Trucks and Auto Painting of Oakdale from Waterford, California, in car 09, Doug Rocha. The next driver in car 57 out of San Jose, sponsored by Lathrop Engineering, Rob Lathrop. In car number 7, sponsored by Maloney Racing and Vinyl Lettering, Pasdale Chiropractic, K&N Fitters, and Fred Rich's Tees and Mugs. Spam Racing as well from Ridgecrest, Tom Maloney. In the number 28, sponsored by Jackie's Texaco and Central Valley Properties of Series, Jacobson and Beck Welding of Houston from Series. In car 28, tonight it's Rick Rushton. In car number 58, out of Santa Clara, sponsored by Action Transmission, Arnie Signs of Santa Clara, and the Quarter Note Bar and Grill, 58, Rick Andrews. And straight up number 9 this evening, out of Hollister, sponsored by San Benito Tire and Autoline Collision, Richard Ferreira. In car 37, out of Pine Grove, sponsored by Small Eyes Arctic Cat Snowmobiles, 37, Brian Gibson. And starting up front tonight, the second half of the LaRue Racing program in the 00, sponsored by B&B Racing, Coastland Engineering, and Duncan Pumps, and Scott Tanks, and Morris Welding from Napa, Barney LaRue. Your field for tonight's Legend of the Pacific 30-lap main event. LaRue down the backstretch, accompanied by the 37 car, driven by Brian Gibson, very slowly into turn 3. Doesn't take long for these 1200 cc motors to wind up quickly, and they're going to exit turn 4. They've got a green flag, and we're underway. Oh, and problems already for Mark Bailey. Mark Bailey basically backed into the pit entrance in turn 1. Up front it's LaRue as Bailey gets back underway. We're going to have a restart, it looks like, so we're showing the restart flag. Lots of bumping and grinding down the front stretch as they begin to get set for a restart. Down the back stretch, it's LaRue, Gibson, number 9 of Ferreira, the 58 of Andrews, the 28 of Rushton, the 7 of Maloney, the 57 of Lathrop, and the 09 of Rocha set to go. Green flag flies. Good clean start into turn 1. Barney LaRue, your leader, followed by Ferreira in the 9, the 37 of Gibson, Rushton in the 28, and then the 58 of Rick Andrews, actually. Rushton on the move now up to third place as he gets around Gibson. Johnson in the 10 car trying to do the same, but currently running 5th. Rushton now up to challenge the 9 of Richard Ferrara as Barney LaRue in the 00, your leader after 2 laps. Lots of triple or side-by-side 3 abreast racing through turns 1 and 2 as the field begins to sort out. Bob Johnson in the 10 car, very loose. In fact, he's going to spin in turn 4 right in front of a whole group of cars. And they'll manage to get around Bob as his 10 car at rest at the moment in turn number 4. Up front, it's still Barney LaRue, your leader. So Rick Rushton at the yellow, well, we'll see. We'll sort them out to see who's in first now, but yellow flag is out. 3 laps in the books. I'll get you an official order as soon as possible. Single file restart up front. Rushton the 28, 00 LaRue running second. Ferreira in the 9 running third. Lathrop in the 57 running fourth. Gibson in the 37, your top 5. Reducal already up to 7th position with 27 laps remaining. Green flag flies. We're underway once again. Rushton out to a big lead in the 28 car. Barney LaRue hanging on to second as Rob Lathrop now in third place. But once again, Richard Ferreira in the 9 car with the spin. Looks like he'll keep going. It will stay green. Verdukel now up to fourth place and definitely on the move. Keep your eye on the 8 car as we have 5 laps in the book. Randy Verdukel now up to third place as he gets around the 0-0 of Barney LaRue. Next he sets his sights on Rob Lathrop in the 57 and your leader Rick Rushton in the 28 as we've completed 6 laps of the 30-lap main event. Randy Verdukel now sets his sights on Rob Lathrop. Rushton's still your leader, but both Verdukel and Lathrop closing in. Verdukel now in second place. Now he attempts to chase down the 28 of Rick Rushton. Into 3 out of 4. Rushton your leader, but Verdukel coming hard. Up alongside Randy Verdukel. Rushton closes the door into turn 1. Out of turn 2. Rushton continues to lead, but Verdukel on the charge as the 35 of Desiree Robinson slows down the backstretch. Randy Verdukel looks slow. Out of turn 2, up alongside Rushton. Wheel to wheel into 3, out of 4. And it's going to be Verdukel, your leader, on lap number 12. Rushton hanging on for second. As Lathrop in the 57 is in third place. Joey Zampa in the 92 moving up into fourth as he gets around Doug Rocha in the 09. But now Randy Verdukel, where he's most comfortable, is your leader as we have 17 laps remaining. Joey Zampa, your track record holder and trophy dash mover, on the move as well. 3 wide going into turn 1, and something had to give. A quick spin for Zampa. Lathrop and Rushton, I believe, all involved as Randy Verdukel took over the lead on about lap number 11. We had 3 abreast going into turn number 1, all of which took up about 10 feet of 15 feet of track at the most, and something had to give, and it, well, quite frankly, it did. So Joey Zampa still underway. Rob Lathrop not so fortunate as we've completed 14 laps unofficially. Your leader, Randy Verdukel. Field begins to close for a restart. Up front is Verdukel, followed by Rocha in the 09, Bailey in the 40, the 22 o'clock, and the 6 of Curran. As we head for a restart on lap number 14, we're back underway. And Verdukel quickly out to a sizable lead down the backstretch, quarter of the straightaway lead over second place Rocha, who is trailed very closely by third place Bailey. We have a spin in the main stretch. It's Brian Gibson, but it looks like he's ready to keep the 37 car underway and on track. Verdukel, the leaders, now coming around for their 16th lap. Rocha still second, Bailey third. The field begins to spring out. Verdukel, a 10-car length lead over second place Rocha. Rocha, a 4-car length lead over third place Bailey, who enjoys a 4-car length lead over fourth place Klopp. Curran trailing Klopp in the 5th position. As we are on the short side of this race with 17 laps in the books. Pete Curran and, well, Johnson in the number 10, as well as the 22 of Klopp. The only battle, oh, even that's not a battle anymore. as Klopp in the 22 begins to strengthen his fourth place position over fifth place Curran. Verdugo comes by for the 20th time. Desiree Robinson at 35 goes up in the high group to let the leaders go by. Verdugo has passed Robinson. Now Rocha in the 09. Coming up quickly, as is the 40 of Bale. Both get safely by Robinson. And looks like Mark Bailey giving Doug Rocha a run for his money. Good race for second place actually, between the 40 of Bailey and the 09 of Rocha. Verdugo enjoying a half a straightaway lead as we are coming around for the completion of lap 22. Rocha now fighting for his life in terms of position number 2 between he and the number 40 of Mark Bailey. Bailey continuing to trail in third place to second place Rocha, but very good racing now with less than 7 laps remaining. Leader Verdugo enjoying a quarter straightaway lead. Rocha and Bailey a great battle for second, and Rocha currently owns. Then Curran now feeling heat in his fourth place position from fifth place Klopp in the 22 and the 10 of Bob Johnson. Tom Maloney in the 7, moving up with the group as well. Randy Verdugo, 26 laps now in the books as he gets around Bumper LaRue in the 01, then the 72. 72 is driven by Don Trout. Less than 3 laps remaining for your leader. Verdugo continuing to charge as he gets around the former leader in this race, the 00 of Bumper LaRue. Less than 3 laps left. Rocha still battling with Bailey, although Rocha still holding on to second place. White flag for Verdugo, who can basically cruise to a victory without having to pass Rushton and Ferreira, who are in front of him. Looks like he'll do just that. He's into turn 3. He's out of turn 4. Verdugo will win again. And it looks like Rocha holds off the 40 of Bailey, and Curran manages to finish 4th. So an amazing 7 out of the last 8 times. His 13th victory. The man that absolutely dominates here at 99 in car number 8. Your winner, Randy Verdugo. Sorry, Jim, I didn't see you down there. Your quick qualifier and track record holder subsequently driving truck number 3 this evening. It's the California Quick Shine number 3 of Carruthers, Bill Nason. Hailing from Fresno in the California Quick Shine parts truck in number 1, Daryl Herzog. Then that next guy who's not here yet, moving up the field to the number 6 truck out of Clovis in truck number 6, Sean Wolf. And your Trophy Dash winner this evening out of Clovis, a young man in truck number 14, AJ Russell. And starting up front this evening from Modesto in California Quick Shine parts truck number 8, Jeff Steckler. And we'll see, I guess that's 5 trucks, so that's our field for this evening. John Brown is one of 2 winners for the California Quick Shine Wax, brought to you by the California Quick Shine Parts Truck Series. Once again, up front, it is number 8, Jeff Steckler, 14, A.J. Russell, 6, Sean Wolf, number 1, Daryl Hertzog, and number 3, Bill Nason, as we are set to go. A.J. Russell looking for, well, he calls him a hat trick, and problems for the number 8 car of Steckler right off as A.J. Russell pulls out into the lead, and followed closely by the number 1 of Hertzog, as lap number 1 will go to Russell. Hertzog second, Nason up to third, Wolf running fourth, and Steckler back under control of the 8th, falls into 5th place. A.J. Russell a little loose. Whoa, a little bump from Daryl Hertzog actually helped out Russell. Nason beginning to close along with the 6 of Wolf. And number 1, Hertzog, seems to have plenty of power, but hasn't been able to find a way around the 14 of Russell. But number 3, Nason, finds a way up alongside the 1 of Hertzog. And both Hertzog and Nason both take the low groove and drive right around Russell. Russell slowing a lot in the 14 truck. Perhaps problems with the handling of the 14 truck. Up front now, it's Nason and Hertzog dueling for the lead, with Hertzog enjoying the lead on lap 5. Nason very close, however. Wolf up to third in the 6 truck. Russell barely hanging on in the 14 truck to fourth, as he's battling now with the 8 of Jeff Steckler out of Modesto. So Daryl Hertzog fights his way into first place in the 1 truck, followed closely by Bill Nason. Then Sean Wolf in the 6, running third as we've completed now 7 laps. The drivers of these high-powered trucks trying to find a handle. It's the first time, obviously, in Stockton 99, their first year of combination. And Nason with big problems in the main straight, gathers it back together, hangs on to second as he allows Daryl Hertzog in the 1 truck to get even farther ahead. Nason, on the last lap, possible contact with the wall in number 3 California Quick Shine Parts truck. With 9 laps in the books now, nearly a half straightaway lead for Daryl Hertzog. Nason running second, and well back to third place Sean Wolf in the 6th, although Steckler in the 8th with some early handling problems, moving up closer and closer to the 6 of Wolf, who may have a motor miss, sounding a little rough as he goes by. A.J. Russell well off the power in the 14 Mega Power truck, as leader number 1 Hertzog by for the 11th time. A.J. Russell content to cruise the last few laps after a Trophy Dash win and a heat race win. Having problems with the 14 truck, probably not a choice, a necessity, as the leader, the 1 of Hertzog, beginning to close on the 14 truck with now 13 laps in the books. Hertzog's got to be very careful to let Russell know he's there. Russell pulls over, does the gentlemanly thing, and allows Hertzog by. Nason now attempting to do the same, although not as quick as he was earlier in the evening. Nason now gets around the 14, or attempting around the 14 truck of Russell. And we have 14 laps in the books, as Nason does stay in second place with a lap pass of the 14 of Russell, who's experiencing some sort of mechanical problem. And Daryl Hertzog is basically running a race by himself, nearly a straightaway lead, as Nason and others unable to close or catch him with less than 4 laps left. These trucks are new this season, and this is kind of a feeling out here at Stockton 99. They're doing a fine job, putting on a great show. Less than 3 laps left for leader Hertzog in the 1 truck. Nason hanging on to second, but unable to close the near straightaway lead of leader Herzog. Nason a little loose in the 3 truck after setting the track record. Well, first visit track record in the case. In qualifying, as the white flag goes to Daryl Herzog. Nason distant second, crosses as well. Third place, Sean Wolf, now in the 6th truck, followed by the 8th truck of Jeff Stickler all across as Russell content to follow. We're forced in any case that the winner is going to be Herzog. Nason finishing second. Sean Wolf hanging on to third. And the number 8 of Stickler finishing fourth. So 20 laps are gone. And the first parts race at Stockton 99 is complete. Your winner in truck number 1, Daryl Herzog. All right, looks like we're, well, kind of a sloppy lineup here, but it'll work nonetheless as Big Jim is down ready to announce. Is that 29, Jim? Yeah. All right, in car number 29 out of Lodi, Dwayne Appadale. We'll have a special message about Dwayne when we get up to his brother Jack in front of the group tonight. Moving over to number 28X out of Stockton, Aaron Young. Aaron Young. I'm done, Jim. Aaron Young. There we go. All right. These headphones work well. Moving up next, out of Newark in car number 50, Glenn Cook. With a special thanks to Canittle Racing, who got the number 38 back on the track in car 38 out of San Jose, Randy Miller. In car 7A from Modesto, Jerry Bogus. Out of series in car number 99, James Burgess. In the Wendt Construction, number 90, winner of tonight's Trophy Dash, currently second in points from Stockton, Jason Kirby. Happy birthday, Barbara, from the 1P crew out of Sacramento, driven by Jason Philpott. And it's the Big O Tires of Hammer Lane Grand American Modified of the dastardly one from North Highlands, Dan Dabbs. Current Winston Racing Series in Stockton 99 Grand America Modified Division leader, the smooth one from Orangevale in the Welch Motorsports Tognotties, number 1, Mark Welch. Your 1996 track champion with an amazing 23 wins out of 27 races, hailing from San Jose in the 7X, Robert the Hammer Miller. In car number 91, your 1997 track champion out of Stockton in the Stacy Plastering Machine, Steve Stacy. Next up in the number 97 Conasoto Racing Machine from Stockton, Danny Conasoto. Out of Tracy in car number 97S, currently fourth in points, Scott Winters. A phenomenon in the street stocks last season, up to 9th in points without driving a full season in Grand Dams. He drives the 4A out of the Beltrama Stables from Stockton, Jason Beltrama. In car number 34, from Danuba, great qualifying in his first trip to the track this season, John Delario. Other half of the Welch Racing program, also out of Orangevale, sponsored by Tognotties and Welch Racing in car 81, Shane Welch. From Groveland in the 17A, Paul Henry. And he is the legend from Lodi. I call him the Lodi legend in car number 3, Robert Knittel. And if you want to go Grand Am Racing, Jack Stone is selling this car complete with spares, trailer, and he'll throw in his brother Dwayne Appadale for the deal in car number 8, Jack Stone. Here's the lineup for tonight's Grand American Modified main event. Pontiac Grand Prix pace car brought to you by The Right Place into turn number 3 as we're set to go. You guys ready in turn 1 down there? All right, Grand Am fans, if I've ever seen them in turn 1 as we're set for 30 laps this evening. Up front, Jack Stone in the 8 car, Knittel in the 3, the 17 of Paul Henry starting in the second row, and the 81 of Shane Welch as the green flag flies. Jack Stone, your early leader into turn 1. Paul Henry in the 17, a little loose, but manages to collect it, and boy, it doesn't take long. Randy Miller, the number 99 of James Burgess with problems. Glenn Cook involved, so yellow comes out. And Cook in the 15, the 99 of Burgess, both underway. Randy Miller trying to get the 38 underway. And down the backstretch, it's Stone in the 8, the 3 of Knittel, the 17 of Henry, the 34 of Delario, 81 Shane Welch, number 97 Blue Scott Winters, 90 actually the 4 coming up next, Jason Beltrama, 91 Stacy, 97 Danny Conasoto, Mark Welch in the 1, the orange one via Philpott, Miller in the black 7X, green flag flies in the single file restart. And Jack Stone emerges as your leader, chased closely by Knittel. Field strung out head to toe by the nature of the single file restart. And lap number 2 goes to Jack Stone as well. Faster cars in the back beginning to move up. Conasoto on the move, as is Winters, Stacy, Mark Welch, and the, well, let's call it a yellow car this year. The 1 car moving up very quickly. And it's going to be a front straight spin for the 17. Paul Henry could bring out the second yellow here. It will, as the 4th lap will be completed. It looks like Jack Stone will lead. Well, no, won't. Yes, Stone will lead lap number 4. Knittel will run second. And a host of others behind. So Paul Henry out of Groveland with a front straight spin, possibly due to contact, possibly not. In any case, he'll take his position in the back of the pack as the 38 of Miller and the 50 of Glenn Cook try to catch up with the end of this field. In the 3, 34 Delario, the blue 97 of Winters, and the 91 of Stacy. Then the 81 of Shane Welch, the 1 of Mark Welch, the 97, red 97 of Danny Conasoto, the 4 of Beltrama, the 1P of Philpott, the 1 of Dabbs, the 7X of Miller, all set to go as the green flag flies out of turn 4. Field's underway once again. Stone hanging on to the lead. Knittel and Delario both chasing, as are the blue 97 of Winters and the 91 of Stacy. Mark Welch moving up quickly alongside Shane Welch. Mark Welch in the yellow car, Shane Welch in the black car. And we got problems with Randy Miller all over the track in the 38. He'll be lucky to make it to the pits. We'll see if it brings out a yellow, but it'll be Stone, Knittel, Winters, Stacy, and Delario. Very racy. Welch now up into the top 6 in any case. Conasoto and Shane Welch battling for what would be 7th and 8th place as the field comes around for, well, I'll check a lap for you. And problems for the 34 Delario. Coming around for lap number 8, it'll be a yellow flag. Stone still your leader, winner second. Actually, that's Canittle your leader, winner second, Stone in third, Stacy and Mark Welch, your top 5. As the field gets set to go for the restart on lap number 8. Powers applied, Canittle, winner, Stone, Stacy, Welch, see the green flag. We're underway once again. Stacy with a little trouble getting restarted. But now underway, manages to hold on to his 4th position. Canittle now being pressured from winners. And Canittle is going to lead lap number 9, but winners in the low group. We have another spin, Jason Philpott in the front stretch. And he's going to try to gather things together and see if he can't get it restarted. That'll bring out another yellow. So it's going to be winners, Canittle, Stone, Mark Welch, and Danny Conasoto, your top 5, as Dwayne Appadale also in trouble in the 28-29 car in the backstretch up under the Pepsi sign. So, oh my, it's one of those nights in Grand Am. Steve Stacy off track as well in the 91, just coming back on track in turn 2. I wasn't looking his direction. I'm not sure what happened to Steve, so action all over the track as Appadale in the 29 up against the back wall. Philpott with the front straight spin and Stacy with problems in turn 2. We've completed 11 laps. 19 remain for your leader, Scott Winters. Beltrama in the 4A car into the pits. Jason Beltrama. Hard to say what a problem is, but after sitting for several minutes, these cars need a few moments to warm up as the rest of the field begins to do so. And we are back underway. Green flag flying for Scott Winters in the 97. Robert Canittle still second. In the 3 car, the 8 of Stone, the 97 of the red 97 of Danny Conasoto. And a car hard into the wall. Already there are problems all over the track, it looks like. Yellow will come out again as I believe it's a 17 car. With problems, that would be Paul Henry as the yellow comes out. Paul Henry in the 17, hard into the wall below the scoreboard in turn 4. Restart, back underway. Scott Winters, trailing sparks, but nonetheless, exiting turn 2 as your leader. Canittle 3 car lanes behind. Welch and Philpott with good, and Stacy all racing well back in the field due to previous incidents. The 50 car, Glenn Cook, with some loose appendages on it, but at the moment hanging in there in the back of the field. Up front, it's all Scott Winters, who now has about an 8 car length lead. We completed 14 to 30 laps. Canittle falling back, but still in second place is Jason Kirby battling with the 97 of Conasoto. Kirby now into third place. Right on the tail of the number 3 of Canittle. And Steve Stacy with a spin right in front of Mark Welch. Aaron Young narrowly avoids him as well. Yellow comes out once again. 16th lap, yellow flag. Stacy smartly gets out of the way. Kirby with the problem. He'll hang in the third place though as he crosses. Oh boy, that's one of those nights. All sorts of crazy things happening. Luckily it appears to have had minimal impact on the 91 and the 90 car. Unofficially, Jason Kirby will retain his third or fourth place position, but that's not my call by any means. As Scott Winters continues to lead, 14 remain in the Grand American Modified Marathon this evening. Looking for his first main event win of the season, currently 4th in points. Green flag, racing once again. Scott Winters quickly out to the lead, but here comes Jason Kirby in the 90 car, flying around the 3 of Knittel. And Robert Miller up to do battle with Danny Conasoto. Still lots of activity all throughout this Grand Am field. 17 in the books. Winters being pressured from Kirby up front. Knittel hanging on to third. Kirby looks high. Winters with the low groove into turn 1. Kirby very quick out of turn 2. Very fast to the bumper of the 97 of Scott Winters as the rest of the field settling down for at least a moment, although Robert Miller trying to get around the 97 of Conasoto. Unable to do so. Mark Welch moving up through the field as well after being put back for an earlier incident. 19 laps in the book, soon to be 20. That means 10 remains. As Welch now gets by Bogus, sets his eyes on Jack Stone as he continues to move up through this field as Scott Winters holding off Jason Kirby for the moment. Knittel in the 3 car hanging on to third. Conasoto in the 97 holding off Miller for the moment, who's holding off Dan Dabb. So very action-packed racing all over the track. Glenn Cook in the 50 very loose as well. Welch gets around Stone. Now Welch up to about 8th place as Kirby takes a look at Winters. Winters doing a great job of defensive driving, not letting the young Kirby in the 90 car make a move on him. And he takes a look on the high group, does Jason Kirby, but nothing doing, says Scott Winters. Scott Winters making that 97 very wide at the moment. Meanwhile, 7th place Mark Welch closing on the leaders, although with 7 laps, a little less than 7 left, he's going to have a hard time doing much as Kirby takes a look in the low groove out of turn 4. And Kirby gets into Scott Winters. Winters holds on. Kirby spins. And looks like Kirby might bring out another yellow with that spin. We have another trail of smoke on the track. The yellow does come out and back. And that'll certainly close up the field as Jason Kirby in the 90 car. Possible contact with Scott Winters, and Kirby, whatever the situation, suffered the worst for it as Winters continues to lead in the blue 97. Knittel second, Danny Conasoto in the red 97 third. Robert Miller fourth, Dan Dabbs fifth, Mark Welch all the way up to sixth with 5 laps remaining unofficially. Field begins to close on Winters. Green flag flies, back underway again. Scott Winters, a nice jump. Jason Kirby, Steve Stacy, and Jason Philpott in the back of the field trying to move their way up in the waiting laps of this 30-lap race. Scott Winters has been leading as long as one can remember in this crash field evening. Continues to do so. Once again pulls away by about 8 car lengths from Knittel, who is closely trailed by Conasoto, Miller, Dabbs, and now Welch. So less than 3 laps remain as Winters is looking for win number 1 of the season in terms of main events, although he does have a trophy dash and a fast time to his credit. So less than 3 laps left. As it's going to be Winters, Knittel, Conasoto, Miller, Dabbs, and Welch. Great racing in, well, what would be the second 5. We have a slow car and another yellow, and that's enough. That's a yellow checker. Yellow checker, so Scott Winters probably would not have been able to be caught anyway, but he's going to be your winner. Scott Winters in the 97. Robert Knittel unofficially in second. Great finish for Robert. Conasoto in third. Miller in fourth. And Dabbs, well, you know what? I'm not going to even call the order of finish. I'll tell you, Scott Winters is your winner. Robert Knittel second in tonight's Grand Am main event. And everything else unofficial, we'll wait till later. Car at the back of the field out of Denair, Albert Silva. Next up in the yellow number 25 from Denair also, Aaron Mandello. And winner of tonight's B main in the 52 car, Mike Soisa. Next up in the 97 car, Danny Gabor. Moving to the 61 car, your current points leader, Guy Gabor. Out of San Jose, the young man in the 16, Adam Ramsdale. In the 71 from Lodi, Jason White. And the lady in the pink car, Cindy Korstrom in number 9. And next up in car 92, your Trophy Dash winner, Carrie Hahn. Car 47 from Lodi, Aaron Schenkel. 1997 track champion in the 96 car this evening, Doug the Fast Lane Lane. In the 43 car, out of Lodi, Brian Clark. Car 49, Julie Horton. Next up in car 17, Ron McCall. Orville Dahl, pilot of the number 4 car. Tracy Bolin in car 11. Joe Stearns in car 37. As the number 74, C.W. Davis, joins the field. And outside the first row, well, I can't see the number on that car. Inside the first row is Jeff Lovelace, car number 19. And he'll be joined in the outside by what looks like car number 99. And that would be Rick Cavanaugh. Your lineup for tonight's Charterway Auto Recycle or Pure Stock main event. 30 laps, set to go. All right, Pontiac Grand Prix pace car into the infield as we're getting set to go. It'll be Lovelace in the 19, the 99 of Cavanaugh, 37 of Stearns, the 4 of Orville Dahl, the 11 of Tracy Bolin. Looks like the 49 of Julie Horton next as we're set to go green. It's going to be Rick Cavanaugh in the 99 emerging from turn 2 as your leader. Lots of 2 abreast and 3 abreast in some cases. Racing throughout the field. A big knot of cars coming through turn 4. Looks like everybody's going to get through okay. And it looks like Jeff Lovelace is going to emerge from turn 2 as your leader as Cavanaugh falls to second, being pursued by Dahl and Stearns. Still a lot of 2 and 3 abreast racing. This is the case often in the Charterway Recycler Pure Stocks. And Jeff Lovelace out of turn 4. Yeah, Orville Dahl with some problems. He's going to spin right in front of the whole field here, and that's not a good spot to be for Orville. And amazingly, how did that happen? Everybody got by. Orville Dahl's going to have to clean out the back of his uniform as the yellow light comes out. Well, a rough start is where we have unofficially 3 laps in the books, cars everywhere. Orville Dahl had spun in the front stretch and he watched the entire field come at him. Everybody seems none the worse for the wear except for Rick Cavanaugh, who's going to spin right off. Keep the pedal to the metal, though, and through a cloud of dust, the field emerges. Up front, Jeff Lovelace all by himself. As Doug Lane moves into second, and we've got Stearns and Korstrom. Still lots of battling all over this track. Carrie Hahn a little sideways, perhaps. Whoa, my goodness, what a mess in turn 2, but everyone continues to keep the throttle down, which I guess is what this class is all about. 4 laps in the books, 26 remain for Jeff Lovelace. Got a black flag for 92 Kerry Hahn. He's got a flat right tire. Adam Ramsdale in the 16 also into the pits. 92 Hahn and 16 Ramsdale into the pits. Lovelace continuing to lead. Lane second, Stern third. Good battle for fourth between 71 Jason White and Cindy Korstrom in the 9 car. Eight laps in the books. Leader Lovelace into turn 3 in the green and black 19 car. Your runner-up in points last season. Very sideways, both he and Doug Lane. As the first and second place car now entering turns 1 and 2, followed by the third place of 37 Hilton and 71 Jason White. Albert Silva, the blue 13, with quite a bit of damage, but continuing to run. And looks like the 71 car, that's Jason White, off into the backfield. Back underway, however. Jeff Lovelace already catching up with slower traffic. Goes around Julie Horton and not quite sure where to go as Ramsdale with the spin. Yellow flag flies. Gabor narrowly misses him, as does Silva. The rest of the field should have sufficient time to move away. They seem to do so as, well, now 12 laps in the book. Ramsdale back underway. A crazy pure stock race this evening, brought to you by Charterway Auto Recyclers. Field begins to accelerate into 3, out of 4, looking for green. We're back to racing. Doug Lane with a nice restart, trying to get the position on Jeff Lovelace, and wow, good piece of driving by both Lovelace and Lane, as Lane sideways through the whole turn manages to hang on. Side-by-side racing basically all through the field still, as almost a dead heat, although Lane with perhaps a slight nose advantage, and these guys are just pitching these cars 3 abreast, sometimes 4 abreast. We've got great racing as Guy Gabor moving up quickly in the 61. Up front now, Doug Lane, your leader, however, is Aaron Schenkel battling Lovelace for second place. Lovelace will prevail, however, and I believe that's, well, lots of action up front here. It is 97 Danny Gabor, who had to go through the B-main to get here, but now he's on a terror, as he is in third place following Lovelace. Brother Guy Gabor now in fifth place with Schenkel sandwiched in between. The 71 going off track with tons of damage. That's Jason White. 16 laps now, 17 laps in the books. Lots of smoke all over the track, but the first 5 very close together. Doug Lane enjoying the lead for the moment. 37's Joe Stern was running with the front runners, and looks like his car is going to quit short of the pits. Hopefully that won't create another yellow. Well, he's back underway after conferring with his pit crew. Your leader, Doug Lane in the 96, now coming out of turn 4. It's the black 96 at the start-finish line, followed by the green 19 of Lovelace, the black 97 of Danny Gabor, the 47 of Schenkel, and the 61, the black 61 of Guy Gabor. Approaching the 20-lap mark into 3, a very tight knot of 5 cars. Your leaders, Doug Lane being the ultimate leader, though, as Danny Gabor continuing to push. The 19 of Lovelace falls back a bit, however, as Schenkel makes a move on Danny Gabor. Guy Gabor also in the 61, sandwiching Schenkel once again. Side-by-side, all-out racing in the pure stocks, brought to you by Charterway Auto Recyclers. Doug Lane hanging on. Lovelace a firm second. Then Schenkel battling with Danny Gabor, and at times Guy Gabor. Schenkel in the red 47. "22 laps in the books." Now 23 as Doug Lane fending off Jeff Lovelace. Danny Gabor battling with Aaron Schenkel. Looks like Danny will take third place. Guy Gabor running in fifth. Schenkel fourth. Lovelace second. Lane first. Contact down the main stretch. It looks like Danny Gabor. Well, Doug Lane's the one that's going to spin right in front of his crowd. Jeff Lovelace comes out the leader. Danny Gabor now second. Aaron Schenkel third. And Fastlane can't be too happy now as 25 laps are in the book. So Jeff Lovelace, in a sense, kind of inherited the lead as we have a problem in turn number 3. That'll bring out the yellow. And it looks like Jeff Lovelace threaded his way to the start-finish line first, followed by Danny Gabor, Guy Gabor, and Aaron Schenkel, but not necessarily in that order. Carry on with problems. As Lovelace, Danny Gabor, Aaron Schenkel, and Guy Gabor, your front four with 4 laps remaining. Nice jump by Danny Gabor in the 97, looking for his second main event win of the season, second of his career. Go with his 2 Trophy Dash wins this season. Jeff Lovelace, however, holding low track position. They're out of turn 4 on lap, well, it'll be number 27, goes to Gabor. Lovelace back to second. Here comes Guy Gabor in the 61 outside the 19 of Lovelace. Schenkel in fourth, hanging in there with the second and third place car, who are Gabor and Lovelace at various times. Less than 2 laps left now, 28 laps in the books. As it looks like a Gabor 1-2 finish at the moment, with Danny Gabor leading, Guy Gabor running second, Jeff Lovelace, Aaron Schenkel, your top 5, or top 4 actually. Schenkel trying to make a bid for third as we're on the last lap now. Down the backstretch, Schenkel's going to get around Lovelace into third place. We'll see if he can hold it up front. Danny Gabor holding off Guy. Out of turn 4 for a second win of the season. It's going to be Danny Gabor, then Guy Gabor finishing second. And, well, I don't know who finished third. It's anybody's guess, but quite a battle between Schenkel and Lovelace. Might have been Doug Lane who snuck in there. It's exciting, folks, no matter which way you look at it. Your winner up front in car number 97, Danny Gabor. All right, an event-filled evening. We'd like to thank you all very much for your attendance. Hope to see you back next Saturday night for the Renegade Sprints and Grand American Modified Racing. Kids Night in 2 weeks along with the BCRA Midget. Please drive carefully and good night.